Growth isn't a event, it's a journey. Today we'll be talking about the long view on personal growth. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tice, and today we'll be juicing. We got a papaya here, we got 4 oranges, and then we got some red grapes. What's going on, squad? How y'all doing today? Welcome back. Um, Today, like I say, we will be talking about the long view on personal growth. And what I mean by that is, what does lifelong learning look like for you? What does that look like? Are you doing what you necessarily need to do to sharpen your sword? Because we are all too often we don't do what we're supposed to be doing. We let things happen to us instead of doing the work and getting out ahead of it. So that would be my question to you. What are you doing to move yourself along? What certifications are you getting? Are you going back to school? Are you starting that business? Are you learning about whatever it is that you desire, that you want more knowledge in? Are you actually doing the work? Because our brains are meant to be, it's a muscle, you know. We have to be able to expand and contrast that muscle. You know what, y'all? I don't know if I'm gonna use this papaya. I never juiced a papaya before, but this don't got a good smelling to it. Yeah, we're not gonna use that. Listen, always try out things if you're not too sure about it, because that would have just messed everything up. But excuse me, man. As y'all know, my kids still are sick, and guess who is just getting reinfected every time? But that's what we got these good citrus for. You gotta do self-reflection though, right? You got to be able to stick pins in your own argument to see if you are on track or if you falling off the beaten path. Because here it is, can't nobody do you better than you. Can't nobody. We could all want something for our lives, but until we go ahead and put forth the action, we just gonna be all sitting ducks. Why be basic? Why be content when there's so much greatness in you and I and the world at large? We all have a gift. Do you know what your gift is? Or are you just are you a non-playable character in this thing called reality? Do you just get up and go to work and you like a cog in the wheel for the bigger machine at large? We've all been there before. Hell, I'm doing it right now, but I have an end goal of being sovereign. I have an end goal of having my own homestead, having a paid for piece of property where I can buy back my time, where I don't have to hustle as much to pay these bills, property taxes and things of that nature. My house is paid for and I have an asset now. And then I can then turn that asset and flip it into something larger that I want. You know what I'm saying? So like I got to pay for a house. Then I can go flip that into some land and build my own private estate. I'm not saying estate. It ain't something that's massive and sprawling. It's more so, man, if I can get like an acre of land and build on that, man, then I really want to get into my garden. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I might build me a little pole barn and open up my micro bakery there. Maybe I already got my micro bakery started. From my house. But so many different things I want to get into. Flower farming, just gardening in general. I think that's the biggest flex, man. When you can grow something, when you can take something from seed, cultivate it, and bring it to life for the nourishment of the bodies and for uplifting. Flowers are something that are beautiful. They smell good. They're fragrant, and they bring smiles to everybody. So and most flowers in America are imported from other states, not states, but countries. So just the mere fact that you can go to a farmer's market and sell Or even better yet, partner with some local florists for like wedding season. I mean, that's all to the good. But this is not a video about farming flowers. This is a video about what are you doing to expand your consciousness. But speaking on the flowers, though, I just recently rented 2 books about gardening. One about flowers and one about vegetable gardening. I just got it from the library. My library has a good app where I could just, like search and then just pretty much put a hold on it and then go pick it up when it's ready. That's like the one nice thing about our library system here in Milwaukee. Because throughout the county we have, several different libraries, within the county. But you can no matter where the book is in each respective city, you can get it and it'll go to the one that you deem necessary. So that's pretty cool. You got to have a legacy mindset, right? What are you leaving on this earth? What is going to be your story after it's written? It's only between those 2 dates on your tombstone, the birth date and the end date, there's going to be a dash. What are you doing in between the dash? Huh? What are you doing in between the dash? Because that's the only thing that you will be remembered for, whether good, bad, indifferent, or ugly. That's what you will be remembered for. So remember that. What's your legacy? Every day you should be waking up just reminding yourself like who you are, how grateful, how powerful you are. Because nobody can take that away from you once you become sovereign. And that's like, I recommend everybody to become sovereign. They say the average, excuse me, I'm sniffling. They say the average American, especially the millennial generation and younger, has only $400 in a bank account in savings. So what happens if you have $1,000 emergency? How do you withstand that? That's scary times that we in, y'all. If I'm being quite honest. Because here's the thing. How can you afford to be your best self when you're constantly in the state of hustle and survival mode? It's not good. It's not healthy. Because here it is, you're trying to figure it out, what it is that you can do to better your situation, but you don't have time to dream and to focus, right? And to even think of yourself as worthy enough of being able to accomplish any of those things that you might desire or dream of. So every day you should be reminding yourself of just how great you are and what's possible. Because believe me, anything is possible when you put your mind to it. Anything. You got to be adaptable. It's gonna be some times when life, throw some curveballs at you. It's gonna be some times when you don't necessarily, just get a topic right offhand like you normally do. Sometimes it comes natural to you, but then sometimes it forces you to just challenge yourself. And if you're not being challenged, if you're not challenging yourself, then what is the purpose of even trying? We should be challenging ourselves in everything that we do. That's what makes us great. That's what improves us. Got to have continuous improvement. So when you start that new hobby or project, you're gonna fail. When I first started making sourdough, my first loaf was terrible, but now I constantly got improvement. Now, man, I'm looking real good. I might be ready to launch soon. But you got to get your reps in. Once you continue to do that, you'll get better. You'll get better and better. And you don't realize it, but you look up and you're like, man, like I'm really an artisan baker now. I'm really this. I'm really that. But you got to just try. You got to start. If you don't start, you'll never see the improvement. You'll never see the improvement. So that's my biggest challenge for you all today is just try to figure it out along the way. It'll all work out, as Lil Wayne would say. That song by Lil Wayne, it'll all work out. And that's the God honest truth. All you got to do is try. With a little effort, anything is possible. You might surprise yourself. You might surprise yourself. Keep evolving. That's the real win. That's the biggest flex on anybody. If you can put your mind to it, you can achieve it. And that's a fact. All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. It's the biggest segment of them all. Taste test. Orange grape. I'm not really sure how this is going to taste, but hey, we're going to figure it out. It might be good, though. And that's anything, though. You know, like continuous improvement, like these juices. Sometimes I just work in ChatGPT. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't. But then I constantly getting better. What worked? What was, you know, what made this more bolder? What made it more smoother, more tangier? You know, this is what I do. Well, that's different. They honestly balance each other out, and it's like real smooth. I could drink that. I can see my daughter messing this up because this is pretty fire. Man, hopefully this vitamin C helps me out. It's like when one girl gets sick, the other girl gets sick. Then my wife gets sick, then it passes back to me. So I'll say this. Keep growing, no matter what you do. Every day in life, you should be trying to learn something new, a fun fact, whatever it is, new instructions, whatever. Challenge yourself to get better, 1% better every day. I don't care if you just read the newspaper, one article a day. You're learning something. Put something new. Don't stay with the program, right? We owe it to ourselves, our higher selves, to go and approach life this way, because if we do, that means life is not whooping our ass. We're creating the life that we want to see. So I challenge you. As I always say, if you learned anything today, take what you want, leave what you don't. But guess what? I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Go change the world. It's waiting on you. I love y'all, squad. I'll see you on the next one.